Well, in a desperate need to bolster their midfield, Toronto FC have reportedly made a splash this week with a new transfer, adding German Niklas Dorsch for a fee of 4.3 million.
Ooh.
Wheels, as our Toronto FC guy, can you tell us what you know about this player and what kind of impact he might make with TFC?
Yeah, a good signing. He played for Heidenheim in the Bundesliga. They were relegated, and TFC have been chasing this player. My understanding is for a couple months now. A priority signing for the club, adding a midfielder. They're in the market for it with a number of different midfielders, but Dorsch was a priority all along, having the characteristics that they need. He's not a player that's going to load up or fill up the stat sheet, but has the ability to drive a team forward from a little bit of a deeper lying position, but I wouldn't look him as being a traditional six, just more of like a solid all-round midfielder, something that they really don't have. I kind of think of maybe a little bit of a younger Jonathan Osorio, a little bit more physical, can really strike a ball as well, so he can chip in a number of different areas. But Cifuentes, his loan coming to an end, I think he was a little bit hot and cold for this team anyways. They're just desperate for someone to hold this team together, be a little bit more of a conductor, as well as providing a little bit of stability. Dorsch's experience in the Bundesliga is very, very good. And at a good age in 28, you see why they would go after a player like him. Now, my understanding is that he will not be a designated player, and Toronto FC just will not have a DP for the remainder of the season. That's something that they'll investigate and push forward with come the end of the season. But with the addition of him and Palacios into the team, I think they're adding some desperate numbers into this team. If they can then get fit, I think they need to turn their attention to adding another center back as well. It's been a little bit too patchwork for me at that position as well. Then they might be able to give themselves a puncher's chance getting to the playoffs, but it's been nowhere near good enough. And I think a lot of the root of their problems come from a lack of real quality in central midfield areas. So Dorsch was a must-have, and inevitably Toronto FC get their man in a player that they prioritized for quite some time.
Quickly from me, the spine is the way to go, and Wheels already said, but getting a player like that who the physically, even playing how physical the Bundesliga, even Bundesliga 2, week in and week out, right? The tackles, like that league is no joke. So the fact that that's the biggest thing when players come from Europe going into the MLS, the physicality has always been top tier, right? The running, it's almost when you look at certain European players, it's like too much running, right? Because players are just so athletic and go, 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 go. And this league's getting younger and younger every year. But Wheels already put at 28, that is a prime time to go and contribute. I'm just curious about his attitude, meaning how quickly can you come to a team that has expectations but hasn't had much success? Are you going to be a leader? Are you going to really embody what a central midfielder, in a leadership position? Are you going to do that right away? That's the biggest thing with Dorsch, because I don't need to remind the TFC fans of the big splashes and the millionaires that have come to this club as of late in the past 5 years and what that has been. But we hope that Dorsch flips the script, that he comes and he works hard and he gets other people to grind too with him, because that's important for a player like that.
Yeah, the question was, I mean, I don't think I think he's more of like a heart and soul type player that can come right into this team. I like what you said about the Bundesliga, Jordan, as well. I think the nervousness for Toronto FC is they really wanted the player because there was interest in the player from other teams across German football. It was whether, because this happens oftentimes, whether you use a big spending club like TFC in order to drive up your price for someone else or to get more. But the fact that TFC have been able to land a key target for them, I think it holds them in good stead. And the player clearly understands and knows what he's getting into, making a jump over to North America at this stage of his career. So a good age. And I think this is a really good addition. I don't think it's enough. Like I said, I still think that TFC needs more in central midfield, to be honest with you. Certainly need more production from wide areas as well. But I think it's going to be a little bit of a process, and this might close out things for the time being for Toronto FC. We'll see. Sure. If they can add another center back on the cheap, I think they will, but I'm just not sure if that's possible.
On the cheap.
Wheelie, go dust off those boots, bro. Go
it's
dust
time.
them off.
It is time.
Wheelie, go dust them off, my guy.
It's like
the copas.
This much cobwebs.
He's like, I think if they can add another player, they probably will on the cheap.
Get those copas, baby. Dust those off.
Who says I'm cheap?
This is true, actually. Well, you guys will continue to watch Toronto FC going forward this season. They play as soon as tonight at New England, Gareth, as you mentioned, but we will see the impact that Dorsch has going forward.